Good morning and welcome to St Peter's Church in Brooke, Norfolk. Today we are here to see someone who basically invented special effects in films. He was one of the pioneers of the early special effects, things like Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans, stuff like that. And there's only one person we can be here to see, and that is of course Ray Harryhausen. Yeah, Ray Harryhausen more or less invented special effects from what I can see. The early special effects weren't brilliant. I mean, even Ray Harryhausen's weren't when you look at them now, but when you watched them back in the day, absolutely amazing what he could do with models and plasticine and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I shall spin you around. I shall tell you a little bit about Ray Harryhausen while we have a look around this lovely little churchyard.
Raymond Frederick Harryhausen was born in Los Angeles, California, the son of Martha L. Nee Risk and Frederick W. Harryhausen, of German descent. The family surname was originally spelled Herrenhausen. After having seen King Kong 1933 on its initial release for the first of many times, Harryhausen spent his early years experimenting in the production of animated shorts, inspired by the burgeoning science fiction literary genre of the period. Harryhausen took evening classes in art direction, photography and editing at the newly formed School of Cinematic Arts at the University of Southern California, where he would later serve as a lecturer. Meanwhile, he became friends with an aspiring writer, Ray Bradbury, with similar enthusiasms. Bradbury and Harryhausen joined the Los Angeles chapter of the Science Fiction League, Bradbury in 1937, Harryhausen in 1939, where they met Forrest J. Ackerman, and the three became lifelong friends. After studying art and anatomy at Los Angeles City College, Harryhausen secured his first commercial model animation job on George Powell's Puppetoons shorts, based on viewing his first formal demo reel of fighting dinosaurs from a project called Evolution of the World, which was never finished. During World War II, Harryhausen served in the US Army's Special Service Division under Colonel Frank Capra as a loader, clapper boy, gopher and later camera assistant, whilst working at home animation short films about the use and development of military equipment. In 1947, Harryhausen was hired as an assistant animator, credited as first technician special effects on what turned out to be his first major film, Mighty Joe Young, 1949. The first film with Ray Harryhausen in full charge of technical effects was The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, 1953, which began development under the working title Monster from the Sea. The filmmakers learnt that a long-time friend of Harryhausen's, writer Ray Bradbury, had sold a short story called The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms to the Saturday Evening Post, about a dinosaur drawn to a lone lighthouse by its foghorn. Under that title, it became Harryhausen's first solo feature film effort and a major international box office hit for Warner Brothers. After The Three Worlds of Gulliver 1960 and Mysterious Island 1961, both great artistic and technical successes, and successful at the box office according to Harryhausen, who stated in the DVD and Blu-ray featurette about making of Mysterious Island was one of the most successful films that we made, and I am glad people are still enjoying it today. His next film is considered by many historians and fans as Harryhausen's masterwork, Jason and the Argonauts 1963. Among the film's several celebrated animation sequences is an extended fight between 3 actors and 7 living skeletons, a considerable advance on the single skeleton fight scene in Sinbad. Harryhausen next made First Men in the Moon 1964, based on the novel by H.G. Wells. Jason and First Men in the Moon were box office disappointments at the time of their original theatrical release. That, plus changes of management at Columbia Pictures, resulted in his contract with Columbia Picture not being renewed. Harryhausen was then hired by Hammer Films to animate the dinosaurs for 1 Million Years BC 1966. It was a success at the box office, helped in part by the presence of Raquel Welch in her second film. Harryhausen next went on to make another dinosaur film, The Valley of Gwangi, with Schneer. The project had been developed for Cumbria, who declined. Schneer then made a deal with Warner Brothers instead. It was a personal project to Harryhausen, which he had wanted to do for many years, as it was storyboarded by his original mentor Willis O'Brien for a 1939 film, Gwangi, that was never completed. After a few lean years, Harryhausen and Schneer talked Columbia Pictures into reviving the Sinbad character, resulting in The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, often remembered for the sword fight involving a statue of the six-armed Hindu goddess Kali. It was followed by Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger 1977, which disappointed some fans because of its tongue-in-cheek approach. Both films were, however, box office successes. Schneer and Harryhausen finally were allowed by MGM to produce a big-budget film with the name and actors and expanded special effects budget. The film started out smaller, but then MGM increased the budget to hire stars such as Laurence Olivier. It became the last feature film to showcase his effects work, Clash of the Titans 1981, for which he was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Special Effects. For this film he hired protege model animator Steve Archer and two-time Oscar-nominated Jim Danforth to assist with major animation sequences. Harryhausen fans will readily discern that the armed and finned kraken he invented for Clash of the Titans has similar facial qualities to the Venusian Ymir he created 25 years earlier for 20 Million Miles to Earth. In spite of the very successful box office returns of Clash of the Titans, more sophisticated computer-assisted technology developed by ILM and others began to eclipse Harryhausen's production techniques, and so MGM and other studios passed on funding his planned sequel, Force of the Trojans, causing Harryhausen and Schneer to retire from active filmmaking. Harryhausen and Terry Moore appeared in small comedic cameo roles in the 1998 remake of Mighty Joe Young, and he provided the voice of a polar bear cub in the film Elf. He also appears as a bar patron in Beverly Hills Cop 3 and as a doctor in the John Landis film Spies Like Us. In 2010, Harryhausen had a brief cameo in Burke and Hare, a British film directed by Landis. In 1986, Harryhausen formed the Ray and Diana Harryhausen Foundation, a registered charity in the UK and US that preserves his collection and promotes the art of stop-motion animation and Harryhausen's contributions to the genre. Harryhausen married Diana Livingstone Bruce in October 1962. The couple had a daughter, Vanessa. The family announced Harryhausen's death on Twitter and Facebook on May 7, 2013. Diana survived her husband by 5 months.
Right, well that's all the information I could get on Ray Harryhausen. But there is one story I remember. A young film student, just out of curiosity, oh it's a bit sloppy here, just out of curiosity he thought, look in the phone book, see if we can find Ray Harryhausen's number. Thing is, when he looked in the phone book, there was only one number for a Harryhausen, so he phoned it. And guess who should answer but Ray Harryhausen himself. Rather than get annoyed, he actually invited the young film student round. When he went around there, he tutored him. Just spent all this time with him. It's absolutely incredible. That's the sort of man we are dealing with. Anyway, his final resting place is just up here in front of me, so I'll spin you around and we'll go and have a look at it together. Well, it's just up here. I remember it from this hedge. I mean, I stood right next to it. I did actually have a quick glance over my shoulder when I was filming Amy's grave a minute ago. This big white headstone in amongst these hedges. When I saw the photograph, I saw the hedge. And I thought, oh, I hope there's not loads of hedges in here, but I looked around, there's only one hedge, so it was obvious where it was going to be. It's just up here in front of me. This man was a genius for his time. And here it is. In loving memory of Ray Harryhausen, died 7th of May 2013, aged 92 years. Beloved husband of Diane Livingston Bruce. Died 6th of October 2013, aged 85 years. Loving father and mother, in our hearts you will always stay, loved and remembered every day. That's nice. But that is the final resting place of Ray Harryhausen. Well, that was the final resting place of Ray Harryhausen, an absolute genius in my opinion. When you look at the special effects that were around before he was here, and then look how they've moved on since. I think he was the first stepping stone in improving the special effects. And all because he went to see that film in the 40s, he became addicted. And that was his career, and he made a very, very big name for himself. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I've absolutely loved it. It's a very, very unusual church tower here. It's more like the one of the corner towers of a castle. You know, if I put it up over my right shoulder, see if we can get it. There you go. See the round tower. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy the content, maybe consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you will be notified every time I upload a new video. But anyway, that's me, Darren, from Norfolk. I'll see you on the next one. So bye-bye for now.